consult us, we all live in FCTO. Were you consulted? You all live in FCT. Well, distinguished Senator Abamoro. Distinguished Senator Abamoro. You are lost in thought. DSP, point of order. Constitutional point of order.
Constitutional point of order. Mr. President.
In Abaribe, representing Abia South. And I've looked at this section. I'm not a lawyer, but at least I went to school. This section does not in any way cover any option or a position where somebody is sacked from his party.
Yes.
Therefore, having been sacked from my party since September of 2025, and I have the letter here, I can read the letter. What else?
Please.
What he says very clearly, that provided there is a division, but there is nothing that says if you have been sacked. So you're no longer a member if you're sacked. And I have the evidence, I have the letters, and I have everything. That is for, you must belong to a political party to be in this Senate. So I have fulfilled both conditions. Thirdly, Mr. President, anybody that says that Labour does not have a subsisting issue,
I will reply them.
that one I think I can leave my distinguished colleague to now give clarity to that. Thank you, Mr. President.
Why do you leave? Sorry, I have not recognized you yet. No, I have not. Senator Abaribe, thank you for being honest. You have just confirmed and affirmed that you are not leaving ABGA as a result of any division. That you are leaving because of a supposed sack. We don't have evidence of that sack. That is your phone. Yeah, that's your phone. I don't have a copy here. So we will, I think just to close this matter, let us give Senator Abaribe 1 week to produce evidence of his dismissal. So he should hand over his phone to me. Senator, no. You can read something from your head. You are very intelligent. You can read something from your head by holding your phone.
Is not recognized. So what you're saying is that anybody who becomes a member of a party becomes tied to that party. So if you sack me,
before I put the question, whether sacking is recognized by the Constitution or not, before I put that question, I would like Senator Binus Yaro. I would like Senator Binus Yaro to move forward and advise Senator Abaribe. So, Senator Binus, go close to him and advise him. So, in the meantime, the Senator Ome, I don't know what
An official assignment, but I'm glad that I didn't miss out on this. What is going on here is very significant. It's significant to our constitution, it's significant to our democracy. And Senator Abaribe is always a very unique person. And his letter is also presenting us with a unique case, unique situation. I am not aware of divisions within his political party. APGA is one of the most cohesive political parties in this country. And as far as we are concerned, even Senator Victor Ume, who once led the party and was a kingmaker in the party, knows that there is no division within the party. And as far as we are concerned, what I would be saying is to give the single senator Abaribe an opportunity of a rethink in this regard. He can withdraw his letter, but if he insists, we may not have a choice than to refer this letter to the legal department of the National Assembly, as well as our body of excellent solicitors, to advise us. It will not be for us to go to court. It will be for us to invoke the relevant provisions of the Constitution under your watch, and you have to take your position. If anybody will go to court, we will not be the complainant. It's Senator Abaribe who will go to court. But I'm hoping that we will not get to that. But let's give him another chance. Yeah? Thank you, sir.
Let me, please, distinguished Deputy Senate President, show me the section that says that Senate President should go to court. Check the Constitution. The Senate President is expected to do the needful, not to go to court. So please read that section again, so that after that, Senator Abaribe can respond. And then if he has any doubt as to the cohesiveness of ABGA, then Senator Ume can mention the 2 or 3 national chairmen that he left behind.
Mr. President, Senator Abaribe is a respected member of this Hello Chamber.
Very highly respected.
We respect him so much. And we also trust Senator Ume, because you said he was a former chairman of ABGA and very respected as well. That's why I suggested to you that he should be a one-member committee. He should be someone that the senator that you will tell to go and make the necessary investigation and report to you in your office, so that you take action, because the ball is in your court. If he infringes on this section of the Constitution, you are the one to take action.
But does the Constitution say the Senate President should go to court before taking action?
No.
No, read now. Read so that everybody will know.
Okay, let me read. You see, the section is very, very clear. Section 68 says, a member of the Senate or the House of Representatives shall vacate his seat in the House of which he is a member. Right? And I go straight to the relevant subsection here, which is G. And it reads as follows: a person whose election to the House was sponsored by one political party.
Section 68.
68G, sub G.
G as in Gabriel.
He becomes a member of any other political party before the expiration of the period for which that house was elected, provided that his membership of the latter political party is not as a result of a division, which is applicable to ABGA, as far as I know, except when Ume provides otherwise. In the political party of which he was previously a member, or a merger, just as we did in APC when it was formed, of 2 or more political parties or factions, by one of which he was previously sponsored. So this was, this section implies that once you change your party and you are not in conformity with this subsection, then the Senate President will be the one to tell you you are no longer a senator. But what I'm saying now, let Ume be the one that will investigate whether there's division in ABGA, because he was a founding member and former chairman. And then you report to your chamber. Labour and Abga, they are like twins. So let's...
Distinguished Senator Abaribe, you notice I've changed my voice. In view of the seriousness of this discussion, we give you a last opportunity to bail yourself out.
Thank you.
Any division in Abga?
Mr. President, my name is Adam Saliu Oshomole, Senator representing
right now, there's
Edo North. I know for a fact, I emphasize, I know for a fact that Abga has one chairman, it has a national executive council that is not in court. There are no issues whatsoever of division or crisis within Abga. Only recently, sir, they won the governorship election in Anambra State, showing how potent they are. The same thing goes for Labour Party. The court has affirmed the leadership of the Labour Party, and the decision of the court is valid. That decision has not been vacated. If you appeal, it means you are following the rule of law. You have to wait until the Supreme Court pronounce. So the constitution does not envisage that people wake up without any compelling reason. And they even say they consulted their families. And I'm a member of some of their families. They never consult. So I think the appropriate section of the constitution should be invoked just to teach people a lesson that they should not pretend that there's a smoke in their house. Meanwhile, the house is peaceful. It is just that for whatever reason, they are no longer feeling comfortable. I think elders should learn to build their house. Because people who cannot build their house cannot build Nigeria. If tomorrow they wake up, there's crisis in Nigeria, they want to mitigate to Ghana or to Democratic Republic of Congo. Leaders should build what is not in place and stay where they are. That is what leadership is about. Lastly, sir, there is prodigal son. There are no prodigal fathers. These people are fathers of their parties. How can they run away from the house that is at peace? And so from me, Mr. President, and you must have the courage, or I plead you to have the courage to invoke the Constitution as stated. It's not your making, it's made by the Nigerian people.
I must thank distinguished Senator Oshomole for pleading with me to have the courage to do the needful. Because I have sworn to uphold the Nigerian Constitution. And I will give, Leader of the Senate, I'm about to give Senator Abaribe the opportunity of a lifetime to consider his letter. But leader, say something so you won't look as if he's from the Senate President.
Well, Mr. President, and very distinguished senators, I
coming under sections 68 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Mr. President, with your permission, I read.
Please read.
A member of the Senate or the House of Representatives shall vacate his seat in the House of which he is a member if he becomes a member of another legislative house. Anyway, the relevant area is, I want to go straight to the relevant section that I want this Senate to take note of. Okay. Provided that his membership of the later political party, that is if it becomes, is not as a result of a division in the political party, which he was previously a member, or a merger of two or more political parties or factions, by one of which he was previously sponsored. Mr. President, You read all these letters. And some of the campees, those who are moving from PDP, of course, have every reason, because we know that there are two factions in PDP. You have the Wiki faction and you have the Makinde faction. That is known. You drew my attention that I should try and study those letters. I made a study. And I discovered, Mr. President, that there isn't any division in ABGA. There isn't division in Labour Party. And that the reason put forward by my very good brother, Senator Binus Yaro, that he is decamping because he doesn't want a situation where we have a one-party system in Nigeria. That is not what is in this constitution. There's no reason at all. But he has made a point that he's decamping. He said one point at first, in the first paragraph of his letter. So that has covered him. Otherwise, he will have fallen into the class of those I'm trying to show that what they did, probably, I'm not saying it is a violation. It's going to be based on what we investigate. Whether what Senator Abaribe did or has done is in violation of the Constitution, or what Ireti Defection did is in violation of the Constitution. But I want to call Mr. President that in order to find out whether Senator Abaribe has violated the Constitution, please allow Senator Peter Obi, who was a former chairman of ABGA, to go and investigate.
And a founder.
And the founder of ABGA, and report to your office. Then we take action.
No,
let him go and do the investigation.
Wait.
And for Labour Party.
Thank you.
He is running one-man committee.
Noted. Noted.
One-man committee.
Point of
and for Labour Party as well. Because ABGA and Labour Party, they are twins. He can also take that function to do that investigation. I report to you in your office, and then you take action, Mr. President.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Order is hereby upheld. Senator.
Even though we are discussing in a camaraderie manner, it's a very serious issue as it borders on our constitution, which is the ground norm. I most respectfully invite the attention of all our colleagues to two very distinct sections of the Constitution. One is section 66, which talks about, in fact, 65, which talks about qualification for election into the Senate and the House of Representatives. And one, if you look at section 65 sub 2, and I'm saying this because of a very unique issue raised by distinguished Senator Abaribe about him being sacked from his political party. And I'm standing up to say that it is not an issue that was not anticipated in our constitution. Our constitution anticipated it. So please, look at section 65 sub 2. A person shall be qualified for election under subsection 1 of this constitution if he has been educated up to at least the school cert level or equivalent, and B, he is a member of a political party and is sponsored by that party. That is qualification. Then please look at section 68 of the Constitution. Look at sub 2. Section 68, section 68, 1B. Section 68, 1 says, a member of the Senate or House of Reps shall vacate his seat in the House of which is a member if 1B, any other circumstances arise that if you were not a member of the Senate or the House of Representatives will cause him to be disqualified for election as a member. In other words, Mr. President and distinguished colleagues, could Senator Abaribe have been elected if he didn't have a political party? That is what this section 68 1B is addressing. If any, I'll read it again, sir. I need your protection. I need your protection. I take it again. I take it again. Section 65.
Sorry, I don't think Senator Victor Ome is helping Senator Abaribe at all.
He's not helping.
He's trying to provoke this chamber.
Yes, yes.
You notice that?
Yes, I noticed that.
So Senator Ome, please.
I noticed that.
Senator Abaribe is very well loved and respected.
Yes.
So don't try to provoke the chambers against him.
Yes.
Leader, go on.
Thank you, sir. Again, sir, Section 65 establishes the qualification, while Section 68 establishes the disqualification. I'm not saying this as, Mr. President, I'm not just a lawyer. By the grace of God, I'm a life bencher. I know this law and I know what I'm talking about. Section 68, 1B had envisaged the situation that Senator Abaribe is in today. It says any other circumstance, that's including being sacked by a political party, that would have made you ineligible for election as a member. It is very clear. Again, as he said, let us give Senator Abaribe an opportunity to withdraw his letter, and then we continue to see how we can manage having him in this chamber. Today, he's not a member of any political party. He's not part of the majority. He's not part of the minority side. Unless we are going to create a third aisle for people who don't belong to either the majority or the minority, which is not envisaged by our rule, which the Constitution has said must not happen. Because if you are served by your party, that is a circumstance that would have rendered you ineligible to be elected in the first instance, because you don't have a political party to sponsor you. Section 68 1B addresses this issue very squarely. Thank you, sir.
Well, finally, that Order 20, after giving all the powers to the Senate President, that he should sign all acts, addresses, resolutions, writs, warrants, and subpoenas issued by order of the Senate. He shall be responsible for the observance of the rules of debates. He shall give rulings on points of order or on constitutional issues raised during debates. I says you have a casting vote to avoid equality of votes, but shall not vote in any other circumstance. J now says he will do what? Interpret the rules. Leader of the Senate.
Thank you so much, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I'm coming under Order 20G. The President of the Senate, Senator Shomole. Mr. President, Mr. President, I'm coming under Order 20G. The President of the Senate shall interpret the rules of this August Senate. You shall be the one that can only interpret the rules. Mr. President, whatever you say in respect of our Constitution, the way you interpret the Constitution or the rules is what is binding here in this hallowed chamber. You've spoken, and the Constitution is very clear as to what happens if someone decides to leave their political party to another political party, whereas those actions that should have taken place before doing that is not adhered to, then such person is in trouble. And you have said it all. For anybody to now come up with his own view, I think it's an aberration and it's a violation of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So whatever you say, however you interpret the rules of this Senate or the Constitution, is what shall be taken, Mr. President. So what you say is final. It's all the Supreme Court here, as far as this chamber is concerned. What you say is the final. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. The point of order is upheld. Please, leader, let me just further. But I think you should speak about your party.
The
point of order.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I'm surprised at what is going on now here, because we've been together here and a lot have been happening.
Please speak to the issue because
no time. The issue of my Labour Party. It was
not Labour. We are not talking about Labour.
No.
We are talking about ABGA. That you are founding father of ABGA.
Even ADP. ADP, there's no division in ADP. PAM has crossed over.
They have only 2 offices in Abuja.
ADP is here now. There's no division in his party.
Which of them?
And many people from Labour Party have moved over. Senator Zenwa, Senator Maswen, Senator Chukwu. There are still division. There is still division. There was no division when you left. When you moved, there was no division.
Senator.
It is not that you have division.
Senator Zenwa. Senator Zenwa.
Please, we are not many. Mr. President, we are not many. Allow us to be. We are not many. We are not many. ADP.
Senator Zenwa, you are recognized.
Your Excellency, distinguished colleagues, distinguished Senator Victor May, this is just for your information. I moved when there was division in the party. Now the matter has been settled. The matter has been settled. And the Nadibo's man has been recognized. So there is no more division. Your Excellency, there's no more division as far as I know in the Labour Party.
Supreme Court. All the defections.
Mr. President, you must do the needful.
Order, please.
Order. Yes. Because
order, please.
Senator Ezenwa, I remember when you left Labour Party, you had 2 chairmen. One was Abure, and one. Sorry, Tony, please. Tony, please.
Order, please.
Now, court has ruled.
Wait. Senator
55.
Senator Victor Ome, are you still, you are crying over the problems of Labour that you left a long time ago? You are saying that the Labour Party, the matter is still in court? No. Wait. If you notice, no, please give me chance. Give me chance. Let me educate you. I'm also a Nigerian. Please give me chance. Let me educate you. You have just confirmed that there is division in the Labour Party. We are not discussing Labour Party. Please sit down. We only called you because you were once a founding father of ABGA. But we also thought you were going to be honest with us. Because even Senator Abaribe is honest with us. Senator Abaribe is saying that he is not moving because of division. They're moving because in September last year, he was sacked. That's what he's saying. And we are saying that the Senate is not yet aware. Okay. If that is your decision, Senator Ome, I'll put the question as to whether or not there is division in ABGA. Distinguished colleagues, DSP, say something the leader will say.
Thank you, Mr. President.
This is you. You don't need to, see, let me tell you why I'm trying, let me protect you. You have spoken twice. The third time, you don't know what you will say. And then, just like I can now see that Senator Ome does not love you because he has tried everything to provoke the chambers. And yet, we refuse to be provoked because of the respect we have for you. So, we will give you until our next sitting to reconsider or take a decision. Leader of the Senate. Next item.
Mr.